Good afternoon, and welcome to Channel 209 News. This is Jessie Polanco with your daily news. Today we will be discussing the water crisis that has been happening for the past 6 years in Flint, Michigan. On April 25, 2014, the city officials switched the city's water supply to the Flint River as a cost-cutting measure for the struggling city. In doing so, they unwittingly introduced lead-poisoned water into homes, in which would become a massive public health crisis. Right now, we will be talking to a scientist that has been studying the Flint water crisis. She's a professional in this growing industry of research and received her PhD from one university.
Thank you. Thank you for the introduction. Now let me get straight to the point. For this treatment, they relied on iron chloride coagulants, also known as ferric chloride. This is iron in the 3+ oxidation state. Ferric chloride is a choice used for many industrial and sanitary wastewater treatment applications due to its high efficiency. It is rarely found as a free compound in nature, and it can be found in some minerals as molycite, which is present in many areas of volcanic activity. Ferric chloride solution appears as a colorless light brown aqueous solution that has a faint hydrochloric acid odor.
And how did their choice of water treatment affect the outcome?
Because of their choice in treatment, Flint's water experienced problems with trihalomethanes. These are organic chemicals that often occur in drinking water as a result of chlorine treatment for disinfection purposes, and therefore are also known as disinfection byproducts, or DBPs. The result of a reaction between the chlorine used for disinfecting tap water and natural organic matter in the water. They are chemical compounds in which 3 of the 4 hydrogen atoms of methane, just picture that in your mind when you're forming the compound, methane, CH4, which are replaced by halogen atoms. Many trihalomethanes found uses in industry as solvents or refrigerants.
Is there any specific reason why the water responded this way?
Well, Flint's water was already naturally high in chlorine, and along with that, the iron pipes in the distribution began corroding immediately with this water. It could no longer act as a disinfectant because the iron released from the pipes reacted with the chlorine, and bacterial levels spiked. By law, the managers had to increase the levels of chlorine coliform bacteria that was detected in the distribution system as a result. This did reduce the coliform bacteria counts, but it led to the formation of more trihalomethanes. The science behind pipe corrosion in drinking water systems is complex and till today not completely understood. Corrosion controls occur naturally to protect the iron pipe surfaces from exposing to the oxidants in the water, which sadly did happen because the changes in water quality dissolved the mineral coatings in this situation.
Thank you, Dr. O'Kizif, for this very in-depth explanation. We'll be right back after this break.
We know water as a main factor when it comes to our health, preventing our dehydration, flushing out toxins, and even giving us nice, sweet complexion. But is your water providing you with these benefits? Is it pure? If not, why don't you try our new certified water purification system, Dr. Wen Water. Not only will it provide you with these wonderful benefits, but also will make sure that your water is clean so you are not consuming anything that would be of danger to your body.
Yes, ever since I've received this system, my water has changed by a lot. The water in my area has been heavily contaminated with lead, so this was of great use. Thank you.
This creation is a miracle. I never knew water could taste so good and be so refreshing. Every time family members or neighbors ask what I use, I always say,
Dr. Wen Water. You can get your own certified purification system today.
You can order a water purifier at drwen.com or call 800-534-PURE. Buy it now for only $25. Ordering right now will make you eligible for our exclusive buy two get one 20% off deal. Once again, that's drwenwater.com or call 800-534-PURE. Now we have a short clip of Mayor Pacina of Flint at the town hall.
Good morning. As we know, the failure to apply the necessary corrosion inhibitors into the water resulted in lead to leach from the aging pipes. The elevated levels of heavy metal neurotoxins led to the exposure of over 100,000 residents. While we can never undo the damage that occurred to the citizens and the community of Flint, with the new $600 million crisis settlement and victim fund compensation, we hope to make amends. Children were particularly vulnerable to the toxic effects of lead, affecting brain development. Flint residents would be eligible for hundreds of millions of dollars in payments, with nearly 80% going to those who were under 18 at the time of the crisis. We will hold those accountable for water contamination. Legal action will continue against the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency and private firms that were involved in the switch of Flint's drinking water source from Lake Huron to Flint River. Those private firms include environmental consultant Viola North America, which advised the city of Flint on water quality issues, and the engineering firm Lockwood Andrews and Newman, involved
Because
in
of their
preparing the
choice
Flint
in
water
treatment,
treatment plant to treat water from Flint River. What happened in Flint should have never happened, and financial compensation with this settlement is just one of the many ways we can show our support for the families in Flint.
That was Mayor Piscina's very informative speech. Now we will be speaking to Yasmin, a resident that is being affected by this crisis.
Hello, I'm a city resident and advocate from Flint, Michigan.
Now, how has this situation impacted you and your city?
It has impacted many lives in the city both emotionally and physically. People are contracting Legionnaire's disease, which can be very dangerous and even deadly if not treated. More than 12 people have died from the water, and between 6,000 to 12,000 children have been exposed to the lead in the river. The emotional toll of these deaths has seriously affected the entire community.
What do you think could have prevented this disaster?
Something that could have maybe not prevented it but kept it tame would be better communication with the city officials, or to just have better health and safety protocol. If we had understood what was happening and tried to fix it sooner, people might not have died. However, I do think our first step towards fixing the disaster was the right one, which was getting rid of the city officials that caused this disaster.
What is your opinion of Mayor Piscina?
I think our mayor is doing a good job. She is hearing our voices and is working hard. However, I do think she could be doing more. I believe that there should be an official dedicated fund to provide special education for the students who are suffering from lead poisoning. It is the least we could do for the children since they are our future.
Thank you, Yasmin, for your input on this crisis. And that will conclude our news for today. Thank you for tuning in to Channel 209, and we'll see you tomorrow. Affect the outcome.
because of their choice in treatment,
Good job, Gift. Virtual high fives.
Also, Jesse, you good?